But continuing with the Henry Louis Gates Jr. series, then we're going to talk about Faces of America. And for those who are unfamiliar with Faces of America, basically the timeline of this whole thing was that they did African American Lives, then they did African American Lives 2. And the way that Henry Louis Gates Jr. tells it is that he then received a letter from a Jewish woman who basically said, you know, you've done these series where you're only tracing African Americans, but what about everybody else? There's so many other people with amazing ancestries. And I think the way he put it was that the letter was kind of framing it in a way of like, you know, don't, be diverse. I don't remember exactly how he put it, because I actually saw Henry Louis Gates Jr. give a speech about this live in Orlando back in 2019 at a Jewish genealogy conference. But basically that led him to be like, yeah, you know what, she's right. And then he created Faces of America, which was basically like African American Lives, and the 4-episode setup where they had all these various guests. And then each episode was kind of based around a certain time period and would cover all of the guests. And this time it had lots and lots of guests. Like I remember Stephen Colbert is on that. I think it's, let's see, who else? Let me pull up. Let's see where, if you can find it anywhere. It looks like it's available on PBS. No, it's not available on PBS. Let's see if even myself as a Passport member, I'm not streaming this, am I? Okay. I don't want to be trying to log into something while I'm streaming. Okay, let's see. Sign in successful. PBS Passport, that's what it's called. Yeah, I mean, I guess they don't have them available. No episodes available online. So there's the page. For those wondering, actually, I'll just leave that there. Yeah, I guess you can see clips of it. It looks like there's clips of it on YouTube and stuff like that. But let's see if we can just find the guests. Aha, there we go. Yes, that's my local station. So yeah, so these were the guests. So you can see wide range of people. And I believe yeah, I don't know. Never mind. I'm not going to. Yeah. But anyway, so they had these 12 guests where they then went into all of the information on them, and it was based. Okay. So yeah. So they had the 4 episodes, Our American Stories, Becoming American. I wonder if we can, or sorry, we can't. Yeah. So you can see kind of, you know, and usually the way that it would work was episode 1 would be, you know, the recent past, so they get into the parents and stuff like that. Episode 2, they get a little bit further back. Episode 3, they then get like, you know, or I guess episode 2 would be like 19th century stuff from what I remember. Like a lot of it's probably like immigration stories. Yeah. Becoming American. So 1820s to 1924, then episode 3 goes further back and starts talking about, you know, the New World stuff and, you know, a lot earlier stuff. And then I think episode 4, yeah, that's when they start getting into DNA evidence stuff. And I think, I'm not 100%, but I think this was the first one that used autosomal DNA. I don't know if they used autosomal DNA in either of the African American live series. If anyone knows, let me know. I'm going to keep my eye on chat. Actually, geez, I should check chat. It's a chatty chat today, a little bit. I see a lot of people talking about Skip Gates. I actually got to meet him at that at that conference, and I was getting my camera ready on the side of like some room way off away from everybody, and they were bringing Henry Louis Gates Jr. through. It was actually Adam Brown who was running that conference, a very well respected, well known Jewish genealogist who runs the Avatenu Y-DNA project. But Adam was bringing Henry Louis Gates around, and they had a crew of people, and they saw me, and Henry Louis Gates Jr. made a beeline, just turned and headed towards me, and came and shook my hand and was like, hi, it's nice, nice to meet you. And then he said, so where'd you get that red hair? And I was so flustered, and I don't remember exactly what I said, but I think I said something like, oh yeah, it's on both sides of my family. But it was like, it's like starstruck. So, but he was such a cool guy. And then I wanted to take photos with him, but then my camera died, and the rest of that night was unfortunately not my best night. But it was awesome getting to meet him. Is DNA Family Secrets there? I've only seen YouTube clips. I don't know. I don't think so, because this is Ancestors in the Attic. Yeah, so there we go. Yeah, that's one that I'll have to look into. Let's see, DNA Family Secrets. I'm just going to have it pulled up on the side. Yeah, there's technically a few different shows that I'm probably missing from here, especially one-offs that like the BBC and CNN and stuff have done, because one of my cousins, a genealogist with Ancestry UK, Laura House, has been featured in multiple shows tracing family ancestries. And one of the shows she did was one where it was actually tracing like random people's ancestry to show that you could find royal roots. And she like presented that to them and like introduced them to what the royal lady who came from the Russian family that actually they escaped Russia. The Ivanov, I think. I don't know. Yeah. So if anyone knows, but yeah. So all right. So yeah, I have that pulled up. We'll look into that later. Yeah, plenty of Who Do You Think You Are? Yeah, I have 3 of them in there. Australia, UK, and US. Yeah, that one I don't know. DNA Journeys with Celebs. Okay, we'll have that one off to the side too. Wow, yeah, so many shows. So many shows. I don't think it was Romanov. You know what? Let's see. BBC Royal. See if I can find this. It was actually like a recent thing within the past. Oh, come on. Reject all. Reject all. Save and exit. Okay, there we go. So it was this thing. Commoner discovers so whatever this Princess Olga, that's who it was. That's who I was thinking of. But what's her? It was Romanov. Granted, they're spelling with FF, but same difference. For some reason, I thought it was Ivanov or something. But yeah, Romanov. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that was my cousin. So okay, back to Faces of America. So, this was a show that I really enjoyed. It's been a long time since I've seen it. Obviously, it seems probably because it's not really available. But it was a really good show. I wish they would make it available to see again. And so I think I'm going to rank that one A tier, because it's, in a sense, it's basically just like African American lives. But, I think being that it's the first time they're using autosomal DNA, the first time that, or not the first time, but, the first time that they're, doing a wide array of ancestral backgrounds, not just African American.